All right, so we're hitting chest today, and we've been trying to get our little helper here to leave us alone so we can film, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So we're just gonna go ahead and film it anyways. Thanks for your patience, and she's back. All right, so if you hit that leg workout, I don't know how you're not sore. I'm so sore. Really pushed it with the weight. Everything was good and controlled. Got a crazy pump going through the legs, but was still able to go heavy through those leg press sets. So just feeling super sore from that. So we're not gonna have to use our legs to stabilize really anything today. Our free weight stuff are gonna be on the bench. So we'll use our core to do most of the support there. Of course, you want a wide stance with your feet on the ground to help you balance. But again, we're not gonna really do, we're not training back today because I don't wanna use our hamstrings or our legs to have to support us as we train back. So we're hitting chest. Does not mean we're gonna have a half-assed workout here. We're still gonna push it, is that right? So I'm on the adjustable incline bench here to start. Oh, there's that sore legs. And so I want you to use a bench if possible that you can adjust to 3 different heights. So I'm gonna choose to start flat. That's usually what I do, and then work my way up. As you work your way up, it gets more difficult, for me at least. And so what we're gonna do here, nothing fancy, we're already mixing up the angles. And the reason why we wanna mix up the angles is to target our chest and work our chest from different angles, because we want to build a full 3D shaped chest. So we're going to go 2 sets of presses at 3 different heights. So we'll start here on flat and do 2 sets. I'll bump it up a notch, do 2 sets, bump it up another notch, do 2 sets. You might have to kind of play with the weight as you increase your incline. You might have to go down in weight, but make sure you're challenging yourself with the weight under control. As always, control over weight, but we got to push ourselves with our weight selections because that's how we make this challenging. There's no reason I should ever get an email from anybody saying that this program's not challenging enough. It's because you're not picking heavy enough weight and challenging yourself with the weight. We want to use as much weight as we possibly can with the right form. So if your form starts to break down, that means it's time to go back down in weight. But as long as you can handle that weight with the right form, keep pushing that weight and increasing as you can. So when we're doing a press, this is about as low as we'll go. So if I was in here, I'd be hitting my chest and just right outside my chest. I'm about shoulder width apart with my grip. As I press up, my dumbbells come a little bit closer together. I'm able to emphasize the squeeze of my chest by doing that. And the other thing I want you to notice is my elbows aren't flaring out. They're here in a strong position. Allow me to push that chest up and squeeze it away from me. Control and stretch on the way down. So as I said, you'll hit 2 sets at each height there. So we're gonna get a ton of volume with dumbbell presses there. We're gonna do another variation of a dumbbell press. These are gonna be on the flat bench. You can do them on inclines, and actually, if you need a little bit more information on this squeeze press, we've done them on here on the platform a bunch of times, but we've had quite a few people sign up over the last couple days that are new. And in case you're new, and a squeeze press is a new movement for you, sorry about that. This is something that the most important step of getting this started is making sure that you're squeezing the dumbbells together. That's what's activating our chest here and differentiating this from just a regular chest press. The whole point of squeezing the dumbbells together is to already get that chest activated right here out of the gate. So my chest is already stimulated, and you can see that in the video on my YouTube when my shirt's off. You can see right here my chest is already flexed. And then so I'm still squeezing them together as I'm pressing my chest out in a way. So it just keeps constant tension on those pectorals. Just an excellent chest isolation movement. Yeah, your triceps are involved. It's helping you support and squeeze. Hey, thank you for that. But we're squeezing those weights together, pressing them up. All right, so now here's where the difficulty takes place. If you need to switch to a lower weight, then bring 2 sets of dumbbells over. But if you can, I want you to hang with the same weight, and we're gonna go into flies now. Really opening that chest. My arms are slightly bent. Nice wide plane, full stretch across that chest, and then squeezing from here. That's another thing I talk a lot about in that YouTube video, is we don't want to just squeeze here when we get to the top, which most of us do. We want to start squeezing from right here. So we're squeezing through the rep, pushing that chest out and keeping good control. So it's a squeeze press and then right immediately into your flies. If you need to switch to a lower weight, try to minimize how much time it takes you to grab that lower weight, because the whole point is keeping that blood in that chest and then going into a stretch. Because we're pressing, squeezing it together, throwing a ton of blood in, stretching it out, tearing that tissue, and squeezing blood back in again. We have one more chest movement that's body weight. It's gonna be our finisher. But, man, my hamstrings are sore. Before we even get into that, I want to add in a little bit of triceps. So this is a chest day focus, just one tricep movement. And what I've been doing, because, and this has been working for me, because when we're training chest, all the movements that we're doing, your tricep is your secondary muscle that's being worked. So because it's being worked this entire time, what I like to do, if I'm not gonna give like on an arm day where we're doing a bunch of tricep exercises, I like to do one tricep exercise at the end of my chest workout. This isn't something we'll do all the time, but this is something I've been adding in. Even if I'm like training chest with a buddy or something, during my rest time or something, I'll come over and hit some triceps. And so the point of what I'm saying is, we've already been using our triceps as a secondary muscle, and so they've got some tissue breaking down, they've got some work today. So now we're gonna just fill them with blood, with just a ton of volume. So not crazy heavy weight, challenging ourselves with our weight. I don't need to repeat all that. You know what I mean by it. But it's 30 reps here for shred. Bulk, I'll go 20. But the point is just volume, 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 squeezing blood into those triceps after they've still been getting work today. And now we're gonna go back to our chest finisher. And so that's also intentional because now when we go into our chest finisher, our triceps aren't fresh, they're blown out, and it's gonna help us keep the tension in our chest for our push-ups. You're gonna help me show them these? You wanna help? All right, so what we're doing here, we've done them before, but again, in case you're new, and it's actually the same finisher I put in that YouTube video, because I actually picked workouts I actually do for a YouTube video instead of just trying to get a bunch of views with random stuff that'll do well. So some of these workouts are in there, and that's why I said if you want to go reference it, there's more information there. So here's the same finisher. We're gonna go into push-ups, and you guys will recognize this. We've done this. All right, so shoulder width apart with our the width of our grip here, our hands on the ground, our hand placement. Our chest is up. We're controlling ourselves all the way down. Try to get all the way down to the ground if you can, and squeeze back up. But we don't want to lose tension down here. We want to keep tension in our chest the entire time, and then squeeze back up. So you'll go till failure. I don't care if it's 1 rep or 40 reps. Failure, now we get 30 seconds rest. Then we'll go back down, go to failure again, 15 seconds rest. So we cut that rest time in half, and then you go to failure the 3rd time, and that's it. What do you think about that? That's it. Cardio, I gotta get our legs moving. I'm sorry, I went and did 60 minutes. Actually, I broke it up. I did 40 and 20. My legs are just crushed. So the 40 minutes of steady state, low to medium exertion, I'm not gonna make it optional just because I want you to get blood moving through your legs. So take your little friend like this for a walk and get your steps in. Have a good workout.